got some little something something. Some profits are booked. Okay, let's hope for someone first to come in. Let me get back right into that. Once. Okay, time to do a little something something. Who is going to be here first? Of course nobody. Let's wait for someone to open it. Right there. Wow, look, they got some absorption here, so I would assume it's gonna be the retracement and little reversal from here. Typical block. Look at that. Liquidity grab. And let's go lower. First, might take some liquidity from here, but probably should not go higher. But we'll see. Okay, by the way, I need to share this stream. Copy link. Let's see if people actually want to join. So far, I'm booked on little profits here, and my stop loss is already at like, no, I don't want to take that liquidity, 6K. Let's leave it like 6K or something. Perfect. Hello, hello. I see first concurrent viewer. Yeah, there is definitely some absorption here, always on these levels. You can definitely see a lot of longs are trying to buy, but they cannot. Yeah, that's what I would expect. And now it's time to close them. I usually add like one contract like that. Hello! Finally we met here. Let me actually do one little something something. You see, I started to trade some, maybe you probably figured out, some swing positions when I see some moves. It's not like I was scalping like crazy on previous videos. This one is more chill and allows people to replicate something that I do. This was basically from yesterday's plan. Oops. So that was the level that I named massive liquidity for the session. This level, you see my entry 352. Oh yeah, and after that 327, I was expecting for anything that is absorbing. And here I saw the absorption. That was right in between sessions. Hello guys. That was right in between sessions. And you can see they're trying to long, but it's all on the same level. Which to me signaled, okay, I'm going short. And I went, you see 21, 327, that's my short. That's exactly this spot. That's the level. You can see all these trades here. And I went short here. I'm still riding it. There is some, yeah, it's definitely 6. Let me leave it like, yeah, no, not 6. It's gonna be 6K if I already took 2 contracts out, and now I'm just sitting on waiting until it flushes, because my plan is to get impossible $500,000. But the thing is, let me show you something special. Yeah, look, that's my take profit. Oh, no, $500,000, yeah, $500,000 was just funny spot where it can take the, no, not $500,000, sorry. 150 now because I already took out 2 contracts. It was 10. Hello, guys. So yeah, basically yesterday I had a plan to, you see, I printed that. You can see it here. It was like that. I see a lot of shorts here. That's what I always trade. A lot of shorts, but look, they're on the same level. They're on the same spot. So when price goes against them, like here, this is where I'm entering long. Long. For me, it's enough. On NQ, almost 50 bucks move. That's a lot. With the risk of, yeah, stop loss definitely here. 11, 1 to 5 almost. So yeah. But in this case, that was funny. I saw that liquidity, I saw this, and I saw this absorption, and to me that was clear sign. Okay, I'm going short with the stop loss about that. So it's basically $10 stop loss for whatever we are flying. 329. Yeah, it's already 200. So it's like 1 to 20 risk reward. And I'm just still sitting here. You know what? I will. Oh, that's interesting. Anybody having nice longs open when markets don't show that? Because I'm heavily going short like everywhere in crypto, and you saw my posts. In Ponke was halfway to my stop loss, but then it just stopped, and I was like, okay, perfect. For the good mood. Oh yeah, look at that. Absorption and price goes down. But still, this place is a resistance. So price is resisting there. Usually people trade support and resistance, and you can actually see. So maybe like on 1 minute, I don't like to take 1 minute, but I love 15 minutes support resistance. Look, this is where the most of the times price was touching the levels. Let's say on this super local thing, you see price was pretty good. Like let's say from this box to that and this is the support, and this is kind of super local resistance. I would make it like, let's make it like that. I don't know, maybe like that. So usually price retraces from things like that. Like in 80% of time, a lot of people are going for the breakout. And look, you will definitely see the bigger numbers there. Look, these guys were going for the breakout. Please, stopped out. These guys are going for the breakout. Okay, maybe it worked. Same thing with the shorts. Look at the shorts. They're just going for the shorts. Look, the biggest numbers are at the bottom. Why you are not? Okay, yeah, here it was taking stop losses of longs. When it's taking stop losses of longs, this means it's doing short sell thing. But here in this case, look, the highest number here, and price goes against and closes all of them. Same thing with longs. On the move up, the highest point usually is the highest thing. Look, they just collected a lot of longs and they got flushed out. They got a lot of longs, they got flushed out. They got a lot of relatively a lot of longs flushed out. If they're not strong enough, which is usually not, because strongest player is the limit order player. And right now I see absorption of longs, which means we might soon see from this area, when you get something like 200 contracts, to me it'll be a clear sign to go short with a stop loss above previous high, especially after the liquidity grab, which is super fast, like, you know, impulse move. Let's see how it looks right now. Right now shorts are trying to do things, but this guy tried to short, it doesn't work. He needs to be squeezed. But we'll see. We're on resistance. If it rejects resistance, all these stop losses will get triggered and price will go lower to the support level. And then we will see. I'm not interested in that because I'm already in the trade. But yeah, basically that's how markets are moving. Oh wow, it should squeeze them. It should definitely go up. Look at that. If we don't see some heavy numbers here, yeah, squeeze and higher, higher, higher. It should take this, maybe even this liquidity. If not, oh yeah, you see big numbers. Stop losses of these guys who were trying to short. It's them. They're getting stepped out because they had their stop losses here, maybe some here. Usually it's impulse, like 200 contracts on each square. Let's call it that way. I can make it like 22. Ooh, no, not yet. Right now volumes are shit. Thank you very much for like. Thank you. Okay, look. By the way, do you guys have any questions? Maybe we wanna take a look at some assets, like why I'm sitting super short on Ponke. What's that? Daily. By the way, Plume. Plume is one of my favorite investments, but I'm looking for a long from this area. Why from this area? Simple. Price goes from liquidity to liquidity, as you guys remember, which means on a daily, it has taken daily from here, right? This was the level it was taking. And now they were getting absorbed. Look, price doesn't go higher. And they pushed price against all those longs. And now they're all closing. Until when? Where? Until that spot. Most likely. Australia. Have a fantastic night. Thank you very much for coming. And yeah, basically price will go to this spot and will trigger nasty cascade. This one. And it'll fly lower. Right there. Which will make it painful. So yeah. Everything is gonna get squeezed to this box. At least if markets don't want to take all that, trigger that, take all those lows, and massive reversal is possible. Trading is probabilities. I was super not profitable when I was trading not probabilities. When I was trading, oh yeah, that's science. No, it's not science. It's a probabilities. Yeah, look. What if I go to the daily? If someone asks me, where's the major goal? I'll tell you. For them. That's the major goal. This liquidity. Take all that. Flush it away or out, whatever is in English. And now to the moon. Possible. Totally possible. For Plume. That's why I don't go with leverage right now on crypto. But I will definitely do crypto leverage when we will get into something like bull run stage. This is where it's fantastic to long. For example, here, more it's working for bearish scenario than for bullish. Although both are working. Look, if we are doing Fibonacci, usually it retraces from 618. Look at that, 618, 6.5. From the top of the impulse to the down of the impulse. And this is where you are looking for the short in the bearish scenario. And you see it would have worked magically. In terms of bullish scenario, same thing, but there's a little something. Yeah, there is still way. Oh my goodness. 618. I don't like this because there is a goal, like a target of the market is this one, to take all this liquidity, which will flush them out to the level of possible this thing. Yeah, something about that. Hello guys, thank you very much. Any questions? It's all free, unless you want to pay $600 an hour. On YouTube, everything is free. Oh my goodness. It's still, yeah, like we said, right? Resistance, and now the target is support. How to trade super local stuff? You go with Fibonacci from up to the down 618 level. That's possible. If I wanted to short something, that would have been that spot. Let's see how it looks and how it will work out. Right now it's squeezing all these shorts, which is normal, or some of these shorts are taking profits. If price doesn't go there, I'm not chasing the price, because this is, I'm actually sitting from here. That's my entry for the short. Look at that. After we closed the gap, I knew that this thing is the goal, the target, and then I moved stop loss in there. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, take more. Now price is going to retrace here, most likely. Since it failed to take the liquidity from here, it might try another attempt. Yeah. But most likely it wants to take, right now it has more goals, targets of the market to take it from here and from here. Let me share my stream. I just wrote to other guys. Yeah, it's basically ultimately easy. Look, that's the support and the resistance. I would even put my, yeah, that's where price, you see, we just made it here, price went here, doesn't want to go anywhere else, but now check the support level. And or trade here or take the liquidity, which I like more or the most. Look at that. It just looks fantastic. Yeah. Those levels with the confirmations from, oh yeah, you see the same thing as I said. It was just going up with some normal small numbers or something, but now it's immediately jumped right into 118 and definitely would have rejected from here. And now I'm waiting for the price to come here. Although I'm not going to take my profits. My profits are targeted here, $150,000 when two contracts are already taken out. What is this? Yeah, basically market before the opening in 22 minutes New York is opening, and you're gonna be freaking out how volatility will kick in, because there is a lot of freaking liquidity. If I go on like 5 minutes time frame, you're gonna see all this shit. Maybe we gonna see some jump right from this level, where my stop loss is, right into that box. I just want to make it additional box right here, like from 786, maybe a fair value gap. Holy shit. So that's the possible level of retracement number 1, and that's the possible level of retracement number 2, which I would expect it actually should come there. If I was a market maker in this trade, actually I'll leave it here. That's the possibility. Yeah, you see, ooh, stop losses. No. Let me go in 1 minute time frame. Then it's gonna do some little something. Hello guys. Hello everyone. If anybody is here, don't be shy to type something. This is the local box where I would expect price to fall down. I mean, for us it's not fall down. For us it's just to go up like 618. This to close all the shorts and then dump again. So basically the liquidity grab. So markets are, they're moving in like zigzags or something. Yeah. Why would you be looking for a long? Oh, it's a bullish. Yeah, it is bullish until you see that shit, or when you see that crap. Look, it's just absorbing everything, and then they got flushed out. Holy shit! And I entered the market here, although I have traded yesterday this bullshit here, the squeeze. You can see this squeeze right here. I marked it here, squeeze is coming. Shorts are getting trapped, price goes against, and it just freaking fly. Easy. Hello guys. Any questions? Any coins you want to look at? Because we are kicking the asses. That's the possible level of retracement for the plume. Ponk is going lower to the proper level. That's the liquidity that it needs to be taken now. So I would just assume I don't need this because this was taken. Now we're targeting this. Isn't it beautiful? Close the gap completely. ETH. That's some bullshit. It's just dying. Another thing, yeah. That's what I was expecting. What, 3 days, 4 days ago? I don't remember. NQ. Yep. Hello, Shiro. Finally, yeah, I decided to start streaming a bit earlier. And I am planning to go super short. I'm sitting in Ponky short. My Ponky short is at 17.4. That was from yesterday. No, not from yesterday, actually. No, it's not. It was from earlier. That was yesterday. I entered short, I think here, and my stop loss is like here. Holy shit! Yeah, that's my stop. No, my stop loss is here. Stop loss here. Entry here. Yeah, entry here. 818. No, not 18. Wait a second. There was absorption. Oh, that's 12 minutes, not 5 minutes. That was here. That was the absorption. Or this one or this one. So I'm somewhere here in the middle. And when I see things like that, I know it's a retracement. Here, retracement. And now this, it failed. I mean, it actually took some liquidity here. Now it's targeting lows, and holy shit. That's the target. Take the liquidity and go to the possible level of 13 cents. Shiro, you got any questions? Oh my goodness, look at that. Two levels of BTC targets with a high liquidity. All noobs are entering here. This candle is a noob candle. Yeah, it's basically the next target. I don't want to scare anyone, but first targets are here. Then if it fails, these combined with these, and then if it fails, let's see how BTC is doing here. But yeah, plume is my favorite thing right now for the long. For the long, I would expect, yeah, no question for me is how you turn those records. Ooh, so here's the thing. There's a strategy backed by years. Look, let me remove everything. I like to trade limit orders. Whatever you can find on Telegram where I put something like higher, I mean, I'm using highest time frame, like banks and everyone that are using daily or weekly. I like Fibonacci extension, which means Fibonacci is not a bullshit tool because it just shows you the psychology of people. Imagine if you just look, right now it's going kind of up, maybe broke the structure here, and you want to go long. You just take Fibonacci from low to the high. Yeah, it kind of fell here. Oh, actually no. Look, let's go further. And it traded right in this thing, right? Golden pocket. And it goes higher. And it's actually profitable trade, right to the next highs. Thing is, what I do, let's say Plume, I just go on daily. It's not just Fibonacci, definitely not. But first of all, you want to see something, but it's already, you see? Wow. My favorite part is, am I blind or something? Oh, okay, that happens. So that's basically the level. And imagine markets, they usually don't go below 40%. Hello, Red Flames. Guys, thank you. Holy shit, that's a lot of people. Thank you very much for coming in. We're just seeing in some juicy trade, which is loading. Okay, it's loading, yeah. I probably lost some connection or maybe something happened, but no, it's actually trading. We're good. And it's trading to where I oh, guys, that was painted before. Yeah, it's just dumping. So you can already see that market was trading here. It's a daily. Markets almost never drop for more than 40% without any retracement. What I mean by that, this was kind of crazy move, right? Look, what is the drop from, let's say, here? Even this was 30, almost 30%, right? Let's say 30%. How I make levels is I just take 10% from the lowest, like last candle. You might need to rewatch it again, but feel free to ask questions. If I see something like this is liquidity, this is where markets are going to be targeting. It took liquidity from here, now it's going to take liquidity from here. Drop it to 10%. Sometimes 15, but I do 10. Let's start with 10. Right now, price is here, right? And I mean, price was there, but from the lowest point of the dip, I would take 10%, and from there, I would just make a split orders for this. Let's say I would copy this, paste this, and I would just make it from smaller to higher on the same, I don't know, on the same pace as you can see. And I would put like 10 of them. Definitely, yeah, like that. Definitely, not all of them are definitely getting filled sometimes. And it's easy for limit orders. And let's say, so I've been liquidated more than 10 times. Not 100 times, but tenth of times. And with these tenths of times, I figured out you don't go higher than X25 in like for the coin. X10 is ultimately fantastic. X15 one, I think probably the best. And you never use more than 10. Okay, with 20x15, no more than 15% of total margin. You have $1,000, you don't use more than $150. This is the way it works. You only use 150 bucks. Over all coins, you are expecting the dump, or I'm saying you guys, oh yeah, it's gonna dump. Most likely, it's probabilities. And in this case, let's say you wanna go 150 bucks all in for Plume. Let's see how it works. You don't enter with 150 bucks here. You don't know if it goes lower. You enter with 10 bucks here. Let me close this thing. You enter with 10 bucks here. Let's make X10 just for easier math. You enter with 10 bucks here. You will see how mathematics is working. You will be freaking out. 10 this, 10 this, $20 lower, $20 lower. Maybe you want to, the lower it goes, the higher the amount. Let's do 25. Okay. Then you go with 30. Is it me or is my computer? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? It's 10, 10, 20, 40, 70, 95. Let's say you want to go with like 30 until the end. I usually have like the highest number at the lowest. For you, you might think, okay, what if I get this? But the thing is, you go using your margin, 150 bucks. With these 150 bucks, whatever, it's close, right? I don't want to count. It's 90 something. Let's make it like that. That was good, right? 60 and 90, 150. You're using X10, which means all your positions are turning into 100. 100 bucks. 200 bucks. To get liquidated on this level, it's like almost impossible because you will need to lose, the price needs to go almost to zero with X10, with this thing. So you're gonna get triggered on this, and this, right? You're gonna get triggered only for this amount. I just want to show you. So you are going to be trading with 300, 5, 7, 900 bucks, which has average price of the entry. Since you're using X10, average price of the entry is, was that 500, 400, something about here, right? I just want to be like maybe something about here, right? That's your average price, and you're gonna be targeting to take your first profits just to be sure. This was your entry. This is why my entries, when I post it, and people like to dislike it like fake news or something, but I give this shit weeks before. I was giving 74k Bitcoin in November. Yes, I skipped the entire bull run, which is not a bull run. And I entered only on 674. Right now, my average entry price on Bitcoin is 76 or 79,000. And SUI 181. The thing is, I enter here, and my first exit point is from the top of the impulse to the bottom of the impulse, and 618 level is where my first take profit. Whatever I want to have it, let's say I want to take, I usually take 50%. It depends on the market sentiment, but in this case I would take 25 maybe percent, maybe 50, I don't know. Usually it's 25% and then 50% at the top, because I have no idea where it's gonna go further. You might think it's a bullshit. Okay, you had only 1,500 bucks, and now look at that. From here, you go here. It's 25%. X10. It's 2,500% move in 1, 2. In a second day, you're just making like more than your bank will make you in a lifetime in 2 days. And you do the same thing on the next time when you just place your 30% dip and sell on the 30% of retracement. And this is the thing. From 1.5k, you make the, I mean, it's just ridiculous. 2,500%, it's like you bought $10, you bought like $90, right? You came back with 250 bucks, approximately 230 bucks. You made 1/5 of 1/6 or 1/5 of your account in 2 days. You do that thing 10 times. Okay, in a year I do this 5 times, about 5 to 6 times. This year I already made it 3 times, which is fantastic. And from the 1,500, you'll grow up to 5,000 easily, and you will get some confidence in placing levels. Yeah, and it's blindly, ultimately safe. It's a risk management. Without this, you're going to destroy yourself immediately. If you go x20, I don't know, if you go x20 and you will use like 30% of leverage, which is going to be what, 500 bucks instead of 90 bucks, which we multiplied, you're done. Your price, maybe you will make a lot more money if you don't get liquidated. But what if it wicks down a bit lower, like here? You're done. And then retraces? That's some suicidal thoughts for that. So basically, this is how it works. And yeah, it doesn't take a lot. You go for the impulse, like first impulse, you can see it. This is pretty noticeable. Maybe these, or the last one. And you just take Fibonacci, that. Look at freaking that Bitcoin. Just go blindly on a weekly. It's a daily, but on a weekly is the same thing. You go with Fibonacci. Use it from here or from here, whatever you want. Place your longs into that box. Markets don't go down unless it's a COVID. Also, I traded COVID Tesla the same way. Look at that, 786. Stop loss, I usually, in this case, I don't want to use usually stop losses, because when I split between 20 coins, about 10 of them are getting triggered. After that, after they got triggered, sometimes some coins are keeping going down. Some of them are just crazy because they have some market maker things combined, like Wintermute and Onda. Onda used to fly immediately after any dip. Right now it's just showing us the weakness. And imagine you just placed here the same thing, the same level, where you want to take your profits. Of course, first time you want to take your profits, you just go Fibonacci, last impulse to whatever was that. Actually, no. You would have made a lot more money on this. Last impulse is here to the low. You buy whatever getting bought here, you exit here. Perfect. Now you're just looking at all that. You maybe want to hold something. You maybe want to get more, because according to a proper market making structure, we're in a clear bull run. We're in ultimately freaking clear bull run. When this thing started to go up, like here, I painted this line. From the top, whatever is that, it's a support. Look, it almost, not to the tick, but it's close. Right now, I would wait the same thing. You want to go on a daily. I'm not interested in that because I'm still sitting in the long from here. I don't remember, somewhere here. But the thing is, you just go with the Fibonacci, with that. When I give levels, I verify them on here. That's what I always do. By the way, look how it went. It's exactly when stream started. You can scroll back and see what I said. Price go, okay, that was a lot. That's the major level. Price goes from support to resistance. Look, we went here. Look, what is this? It went to exactly to support. Okay, it pierced a bit, but yeah, I don't know the exact price points. And now it's again going there. You can just freaking short, long, short, long, short. Oh, New York is open, guys. The volatility is kicking in. Yeah, that's what I like. Look at my balance, like jumping like crazy. My point of interest was, let me show you what is, my stop loss is at 6,000. I already took 5,000. I would expect price right now will fly to, maybe will fly from the high to the low. Oh, 618, 786 box. 78 gonna be here. Look at that. Longs are stepping in. A lot of liquidations. Okay, Fibonacci. Will I get stopped out and rename my stream into 11K? Because I took 5K already out. 5 plus 3 and 6 is a stop loss. Is this 6? Yeah, it's 6. Okay, I would expect longs are getting trapped here. Yes, feel free to ask. And I will actually make a video. Look at that, holy shit. New York Open. Look at those shorts. Shorts are in negative right now. But I want to see these guys to get kind of stuck in this. Look at that. That's some strong block, right? No, not very. No, actually, it's not a strong block. Look at that. Longs, bitches. My balance is going nuts. Look, 14, 15. Here it was like 10 or what was that? 15K. Yeah, just drop down. New York Open is fun. So, Fibonacci, you find a strong move, you go to Fibonacci, and you use never higher than, okay, I use no more than 15% over all coins, which means you will just use, I don't know, 30 bucks per coin, x25, the maximum will be 30 x25 means $700 in total for the positions. Look at that, shorts are dominating that so far, but they're getting absorbed a little bit. I would expect price, okay, they took liquidity like a hardcore. I would love to see this as a manipulation at the open and then dump hardcore to take all this freaking liquidity. I will wake up, no, it might happen in minutes. 34K. Look at that, it's just a fight. So far, they just, wow. Ooh. Okay, these guys are gonna get wrecked. And me too. And my stream will be 11K instead of 23. Or 150K, which I wanted to see. Dump it. Okay, longs, let me see how. Not much. We have a lot of shorts trying to push, but you see price is failing to go lower. Interesting. But this one is literally, you have 10, like, I don't know, with 10K, it will make magic. Sometimes you just enter some random pullback, which, I don't know, might bring you, look, that's exactly the same thing. All time frames are similar, but less respected. Look, I go Fibonacci, like this low or this, whatever you use. Look, 786. If it hits, it goes here anyways, almost anyways, like 90% anyways, going there before the going down. But look at that. For NQ is 140 to 164. 165 with two contracts is like $1,000 almost. 800, yeah, that's exactly $1,000. You go next move, 618, it touches, it goes even higher. Even here, look, I want to show you something that failed. It touched 618. I just want to remove all other numbers. So it touched slightly 618, right? Imagine you just entered the long. And what do? You just go, actually it won't touch 618 on the way back, but it'll definitely bring you to some profits. And but once price goes there, you can move your stop loss in a break even just in case and leave the market on this spot. This is very rare thing when it actually didn't come back until this point for the take profit. Some moments when it all depends on the session. For example, when you are understanding market structure, you don't want to go seeing lower high. You don't want to go with Fibonacci levels here. Because yeah, you can see it just killed. When it's in a clear uptrend, this is not clear, this is clear. And here you can enter. But you need to always zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. And here you can see, oh wow, it actually goes lower. Look, longs are getting absorbed with the heavy numbers. It's like 100 of longs are trying to push. They're fighting. Shorts also are stepping in. They're gonna get squeezed. What's that? Oh my god, I'm 9K. No, liquidity gonna get taken. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. Take the liquidity. No. Renaming the stream. Let me see my P&L here. No. Let me. What's that? Let me bring it here. 49. This one. 42. Yeah. You can see it's 14.8. 7. Yeah, because it took commission. 14K. Okay, sad. And look, it wants to take the liquidity from that. Then it would make sense. If you see how they're gonna get trapped here first, then on a quick scalp, I want to show you how it can be done. Like, I don't want to trade more, but you can put it like that. Look, short for that, take profit, I don't know, for almost 200 bucks. It might be, it's like 200 versus 200. It depends if price wants to reject that. No, it doesn't. You see, it wants to go higher. 3 minutes of some nice absorption. Look, stop losses of these local guys are here, and it's a fair value gap. Look, these big numbers. That's the strategy that I'm always talking. Do you see that? New York is not open yet for me because I don't pay for NQ. I pay for crypto, but I don't pay for NQ. I pay for gold and everything. So basically, it took the liquidity of Asia, right? I don't like 21,383. Oh no, it's still no. Most likely it'll get to this point in the end of the day, like here, since it's on a halfway to there. I would expect that. We'll see how it works. But 383 would be nice. Just to make sure. I don't trade when price goes lower, but you can see it gapped. On the 1 hour, I can see the imbalance. If I see this thing, like going like that, trending, I'm not interested in manipulation. Even though, like what I post, you just go long position. Let's say it manipulated and you go 1-to-1. Take profit to the high of the Asia. Stop loss 1-to-1. You can see it here. I'm calculating 1. I haven't posted that, but I posted that I'm not interested in that. Same thing, you see, I did this trade on Friday. I was expecting the retracement, and the funniest part, it actually took the liquidity here. I entered targeting lows of Asia, and it went there. Easy. And it's almost all the time. Same thing here. Look, it just kills that. You go long, let's say here, and you do 1-to-1. And I did that without any confirmations. With confirmations, the win rate will be a lot higher. Same thing here. It took the liquidity and that, you can enter long here and target opposite. From liquidity to liquidity. And it's a especially. Still. Taking all the time. Wow, look at that. Oh yeah, that's the opening. So my assumption was price will get here, not higher than. Actually, it can trade here. Ooh, look at that! It just took everything. It ignored my position. Let's see. Ooh, it might take everything. Look, once I see something big here. Shorts, they again gonna get squeezed. You see, all shorts are getting absorbed. Big shorts, the price is going up. Look, why 500 price doesn't go up? Just go long. Although I'm not going long against the market, which I believe going to go short. It might squeeze them to this level. Like 300, that 300. Some people, they like to do this thing from here and target all these, but it looks like a block. It can be dangerous. You see? Although I'm not a big fan. Yeah, you see? Okay. 332. What I painted here? 341. Oh, 332. The low of the box, 332. Let's see if it was the high. Oh shit, 1600. Plus 5k, 14 plus 3, wow, 17,748. Shit, super lame. 17,748. Bring it. Okay, more absorption. Stops are here. Major stop losses are here right now. Look at this number. Sometimes I short like that. I just want to show you it's ultimately safe for me because money are made. But look at that. Just go with one contract, and sometimes I just put it here 150, which might be dumb, but you can target this level or target immediately if price goes there. You just put your stop loss right there. But that's for the safety. That's already 20 bucks. Move. Yeah, see, it touched. Stupid trade. Yeah, there's a fight. So wherever price goes, it will fly, or up or down. Let's see. Yeah, shorts are failing. Yeah, 1,000 longs failing too long. Pierce me. Yeah, it wants to pierce me. Okay. Close it. Classic. I start playing usually like, you know, with the lottery when you make some money and you're just, okay, I don't mind. And look, it just pierced me a little bit. Shorts are failing so far. So I'm not interested in that. But the thing is, when you get, okay, 44, wow, too many longs, holy shit. Yeah, that's the box. Okay, it's taking liquidity to this level, maybe, no? 315 might be a good scalp. I used to trade this thing, look, like that. 315, stop. 7657. I just want to see how it works. No, not 7. Yeah, 7 is okay, I guess. No, this high. 1K targeting 2K. And I will actually, yeah, 500 is less than that. 1K target. But the thing is, with this block, you can see how they got stuck. Holy shit. They're getting absorbed. Okay. Yeah, 315 is kind of safe for me. And you can immediately, almost immediately, when it flushes, if it flushes from here to that, you can move your stop loss almost immediately to that spot. But I would almost never enter on the market. Rarely I do that. Because when you enter on the market, you get some slippage. When you trade multiple accounts, it just fails. I'll be moving my stop loss once price reaches somewhere here, because yeah, you can see that, you can see how many shorts. Okay, 375. I'm just looking for, okay, 440. If it does, yeah, I'm not interested in that trade again. Look at those numbers. 357. Okay, we are trading right now here. 357. No, I'm not looking for that. 360. 4. Okay, now it's a fantastic box. That's order block. You know how they're done. You just use last bullish candle before the drop, which means last bullish candle before the drop. And right now price is trading 354 for almost 20. Wow, nice. Ooh, closing the gap. And look, this is the cascade that I'm talking about. Stop losses are here. If price gets to that point, usually it flies almost like immediately. Let me make it like that so you will see. If it gets there, to that point, 381, is this the place? Yeah, but just close the gap of all this range, of all that bullshit. So what we've got here, oh, they're trying to sell. Doesn't look like they can. They're probably gonna retest this box. Am I the only person sitting here? Look at that. Wow. Oh yeah, if it touches yellow line, it'll fly to like 20 bucks. Not instantly, but quickly. Shorts are getting trapped. And longs too. When it displaces that, Yeah, I guess that will be my point of interest to enter short if it displaces that aggressively. If not, there is no trade. Price only might trade into that. Ooh. Yeah, you see, this absorption and that absorption. Are shorts gonna win? Or it's just gonna touch this thing? Look at that. Poor shorts so far. Very poor. I like though how it goes like that with absorption of longs, which were actually almost dominant. No, they were not dominating. It didn't even make to that box yet. Yeah, usually when I see that, I just want to go with like this. Look, stop 448. Limit is at this. Take the liquidity from that. Uh, 352. That was 352. Yeah, 352. My level. That's the high I can afford this price to go. Because you see, it's clearly engineering all that stuff. Oh my goodness, it's gonna dump? Oh my, oh wow, that's some lag. Okay, you can see how it works sometimes. And I'll just leave it here. So yeah, it took, what's that? It took one contract $200 and 220 is my stop loss. I'll take it. 220 added. Is there anybody else, or is only me counting like I'm being watched? Yeah, look at that. No, they're trying long, short. Yeah, it looks like a trap. Price goes against these guys to this level, 364, they're done. They are super done. Okay, it traded to the box. Yeah, that's the thing. Look, they're getting absorbed. And look how. Okay, this one took liquidity. Did they fail? Yeah, look at these shorts. Look at all these shorts. They're fighting for their life. Oh my god, I can't resist. If you just go with like, what's that? He wants to take the rest of liquidity or what? will show you just for stream purposes what I used to trade. If I saw that, like longs are jumping in, go that, 300, targeting low. I just want to target with one contract, low. Look at that, low of that. Nice. And stop loss like that. That's it, like here. I'm not interested in the rest. So what was that? Limit 375. Okay. That stop loss, I want to have 30 bucks. So 400. So it's 220, 400. I'll take it. Let's go, market. Let's go down to the Fibonacci levels. You might want to ask me which Fibonacci levels. And I'll tell you. These Fibonacci levels. Oh, no, nothing. Never mind. That's it. 400 plus 250. Oh, 215. Okay. Yeah, market's killing me. Yeah, after the stop loss, we gained something. 300 bucks. Wow. This thing, guys, is one of my favorites. You enter again, like 2 contracts. Again, same thing. They're trying, but they trade it into my box. I don't see many longs trapped there. I like to see big number of longs first. In fact, some people, they like to trade trend lines. It should squeeze to the top and go to the down. Where is that? Okay, now it makes sense. 375. That's exactly where I was expecting that to retrace. It's again, if I see something like 400 or 500, or at least in total here, same thing as I used to trade. Okay, I like that number, and they're getting absorbed. Same thing, I used to do that again, like this. You put stop above that, targeting with one contract this, and oh shit, what's at 4? We don't have news at 4. Why is it doing this stupid thing? What is this? Yeah, take. Oh shit. Okay. Oh wow. I wanted to add, but I decided not to. Ooh, ooh. Will it touch it? Will it touch it? If it touches, I would be so happy. No, longs, you have stop losses here. Okay. Let's And I like the cascade for the safety. One. Take profit here. Will it do something? Little something something. I need my limits to get closed here. And another one here. Oh shit. We're now break even. Oh, nice. That's the moment where I need to wait. Manipulation, and now it's gonna be distribution. I'm exactly at freaking break even. Holy I mean, I'll break even with latest trades. Look at that. Price goes against 375. What is this? Yeah. 388. They're fighting. Look. I was expecting stops to go there. Yep, immediately. Now close this gap. So it wants to take this liquidity. 385 looks like something that can be done for the ultimately quick scalp. Same thing, but for a bit lower. And same thing for a bit lower. Oh yeah, that's ultimately normal. It's not a manipulation. You saw I was telling a lot of shorts here, and since I made already plenty, look, that's one of the strategies. Let's see how it works. I can give away up to like 5k of trading. My plan is to go with smaller amounts. Look, my shorts with take profits here. Let's see how it works. And that's my old strategy. You see, highest number of longs at the top. At least to close the gap with 2 contracts, and I will definitely put my stop loss here in case if it fails. Sometimes I add it here, like since it was high, you can just put everything there and move that. And it's like DCAing, but when you know where you're gonna put your stop loss. And for example, now, if I put all that stuff here, you can see it, right? Closing the gap to retest this level. And I will put my stop loss right into that thing. And I want to leave one contract as a runner. But I like this number. These longs is when you are trading against. Here, there is no confirmations for me. For me, confirmation that we are going lower is when it breaks this level. That's mostly for educational purposes. What and when. On average, it's $1,000 if it takes all that. Higher? Yeah, it usually retests that thing. Oh yeah, heavy plus. Holy shit, I can afford more. We can go all in. Like 5 more for the dump. Dump it. Just flush them out. We know how it's going. Really? Okay, this was 820. Let me get this back right at above this. Another 810. But now I need to get this one here, one here. That's not my level of my style of trading. That's since I caught ultimately fantastic trade. That's why I'm doing liquidity for this low and this. So far you can see it's curving. Most likely it'll go up. But I wanna gamble a little bit. Let's gamble a little bit. Holy shit. Yeah, curvature is something that you don't want to trade. So how much? Minus 2222. Wow, minus 2222. Okay, from the name of this stream, minus 2222. 5, 5, 2, 6. Now, okay, name of the stream is getting smaller. Look. Oh my goodness! That's the short. What is this? Look at that number of shorts. Holy shit, they're gonna get squeezed. When you see that, and the price is going there. What if they, look at that, 2K. Easiest 2K. From what I remember, look at this long, wow. So it's basically planning to close the gap here. Let me see. But this is the gap, the target of the market. This is what degen gambling means. Look at that. So they basically tried to short. It didn't work out well. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, you see? No, I totally don't care ultimately about that. I have for several millions open positions on crypto. So I'm a chill guy. I'm not trading things like that. I'm trading market structure. There is no market structure. It's just going up and I'm trying to short. I just want to see, like, can you rely only on exa charts when you see shorts and price goes against them, and you cannot? With the market structure, yeah. But the thing is, you want to see shorts heavy in this spot. Like that. If you see shorts here, stuck, oh my goodness, what is this? Yeah. 20, what's that? 23.7. Oh, revenge trading. Give me all my gains back. That's from yesterday, actually. This is where I was trading the range. When I'm trading something, it makes more. Right now, it looks like, wow, it wants to reverse. I'm trading when I see market structure. Like here, I wanted to get closed gap, squeeze, and I longed that. And we closed the gap. You see, the gap is here. I exited here because on this squeeze. That's it. But it's ultimately a dumb idea to try to short the top or long the top. On a retracement especially, this is where you can long it, but definitely not try to do anything there. When you see the structure, market structure shift will be when price breaks that. Like that. And you want to trade when price retraces to that, or maybe even shorter to that. That's when you want to see. Look at that. Now longs are trapped here. You see that? Longs trapped unless we see price going higher. If it's 444, it'll go higher. Look at that. Yep. You see? This is the point of invalidation. Some people, they put there. several minutes of accumulation. You see, fantastic long is price goes against all that. This is fantastic. They keep closing. Fantastic short is these guys, and price goes against them here or here. They didn't. These guys, price goes against them into right this gap, like under this candle. That's also nice. Market is right now, to me, it's still on a high time frame. Yeah, it's not like the easy thing to do, but I would actually assume they want to take the liquidity from the top and move to the lows. Okay, look, you see price goes against them. This is when Fibonacci kicks in. They were trying to long. Longs were jumping here and there. Market structure is one of the most important things. This is how markets are actually moving. And Fibonacci is one of the tools that is just helping you to identify possible places for their reversal, retracement. It's like you can always do things like that. Look, you go with that, and you can put Fibonacci from here to that, and expect your price to go down like this level or something like that, with the stop like here. Is it my internet? Okay, excellent connection. What? Oh my goodness. You see? But there is a goal. A lot of liquidity at the top. But there is another goal. Little gap. And this is how retail is usually trading. You just, oh, I don't know, there, here, there, here. Here so far, it's, look, it's exactly bullish. Bullish, 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 bullish. And you're just expecting... Oh, wow. And you cannot short it. I'm just showing how people are doing it usually. Why I'm being super bearish so far for some of the market things. But I was just longing yesterday. What is that? Yeah, this thing does the squeeze. I was longing because it makes sense. And people are trying to long, short, long, short, and killing themselves until you wait for your setup. My setup would have been this level. I want a long from here. That's it. And you're waiting for that thing. If it's not there, you're not going long. That's the main thing. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know where you are from originally. I'm originally from Russia, and I live in States. Currently, I'm in Russia for my Russian wife, and we're coming back to the States. So the thing is, in America, there is a lot of crybabies who are just, oh, Trump is killing everything in the entire economy. In fact, he's not. The economy is doing fantastic. The thing is, or at least will do, the idea of whatever he's doing is just amazing. You want to lower your everything? Look at that, minus 3K easy. Okay, I'm not touching anymore. it became 10 from the original trade. Look, save 10 311. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically how people, they just make money and they lose it. And what? Yeah, you see 1.2k, that's some heavy purchase. One contract is $300,000. $300,000. Someone bought thousands of contracts, and it's not just a regular person. And you see, it keeps just pumping. Just go to contracts long. Okay, just the last one. And some people go here. Look, next time it's gonna go and take the liquidity from here. But in fact, it might go there. You see? Now price goes against them. And look, right now it's gonna go and touch this thing. I hope. About recession, so Trump is lowering rates to move a lot of businesses right in the States. Why wouldn't you? So with this, States will get a lot of businesses and taxes, which makes sense for people to make more money and bring them into economy, pay more taxes, get more money. It's my second long, by the way, just for fun. But ultimately local. The best thing you can do is actually, when you're trading, lower your position. With 10 contracts, you cannot. No, 10 contracts is a lot. Let me just put it, just for fun, 5.5k. I know. Somewhere here. I have no idea. With these numbers, not pushing price higher, it should retrace. And I always try to look for smaller moves. Did you see, for example, my take profit was when I wasn't looking for something big. I was looking for a small move. Like, let me show. I'll flatten this. Whatever was that. It's like you're going here, and you're going like, I don't know, $900. I don't want to let it go, just in case. And yeah, I would just take the profits here. Why would I wait? I usually copy trade. You see, $500, we saw that, right? What was that? That was 665. Yeah. And now it might go again to this level. And if you're trading minutes, then trade minutes. Just click that, modify, take half on your 618, or here, or immediately move your stop loss into break even. When you get greedy, this is where you lose. And I'm still trying to answer your question regarding economics. I don't think that it's gonna be something global right now, because at the beginning of the year, when Trump started all that tariff stuff, like a month ago, it's not the beginning of the year, it's ultimately normal behavior for markets, whatever was happening. Buy the rumors, sell the news. Rumors were, oh wow, economics, Trump is the president, and then news. Surprise, bitches, what about tariffs? Price went sharply low, but from the market standpoint, people need to understand, when it goes down, people are shorting the market. Right now I'm shorting the market, this move. I'm shorting the move, and when I want to get out of the market, that will mean buy. Look at this thing. If I go here for 6 months, right? And I will be shorting the market from here, making money all the way here. I'll be closing my positions here, means buying. So all those guys who were selling, Trump is bad, sell, they're all shorting, and price goes, and they start closing that. Price goes against some of them who have stop losses here. Look, he just squeezed all these shorts, and they're just keep buying on the market. And market is in cycles. Yeah, it definitely can go lower. I don't mind. It makes sense to go lower. In fact, on a weekly, it's still doing this stupid thing. Where's that? M&Q, weekly, clear everything. Look at that. I love it. Took liquidity. All major targets. Now it might take the liquidity and go even lower to take more liquidity. Because there is nothing special about economics. There is no actual trillions of dollars that he's promising to make for us. At least for Americans. But yeah, we'll see. But I don't think, look at that. Give me my money. Give me 1200. Yeah, you see? Fibonacci. That's it. Usually I'm out. I'm not playing this game. But since it wants to go, it might take this, right? Do you remember I said, since it was trying to get long, markets were trying to, yeah, look, now all these guys, they are under the water who were longing. Aggressive longing was here, a couple thousand of contracts. Now it wants to take the liquidity of that. And these guys' stop losses are, let me just leave it on break even. Makes sense. No, actually, since it's in presentation, yeah. You take profits, you move in the break even. That's it. That's all you do. And then you just trail. Maybe you want to target, you go on an hourly time frame here. You took the liquidity from that, close the gap. And now you want to go to Fibonacci levels. What if it goes here at like 7K? It can, maybe not, but they will be closing the positions. But you can see, I took 100 and now here. But Fibonacci level 786 is here. This is exactly the box to go long. You see? 618, 786. I don't have it. 78667. So it's basically that. Look at that. And you long it from here, right? Imagine you long from here. It doesn't always work. And especially it depends on the market situation. But look, I would expect price to get back to at least something about that 50 or 618. You can see on the moves that it, okay, we might see something here, but it already gave you some profits. If you were buying straight this box 31, you can exit, could have exited at least, or moved in a break even. Never go greedy. And if you are trading with a like, okay, my take profit is here, then don't put your stop loss here. Your stop loss should be here if your take profit is there. Dump it. Market shifted a little bit. Did I answer your question or not? Look, now it's gonna take liquidity from here, close this gap, maybe accelerate. $1,000. You see? And all of these levels, they could have given me proper take profit. I just wasn't doing that. I wasn't taking that. Except maybe these, if I want. But since I'm playing with extra money, dump it. Heavy dump. Look at that. Liquidity from all this stuff. Look, they were longing and their stop loss is here. Look, it's gonna flush through this line. In a gap, it leads to this level. would call it market structure shift, and I would be, if I was trading, like willing to trade originally, I would be willing to trade, to play short. Let me wait 10 seconds. From here, like that. Let's, oh yeah, nice. You see how aggressively they were shorting that? Look at that. Stop loss above that thing. If it goes there. If not, I don't care. Stop loss above that. But market structure shifted, at least on the local, on a minute. Are you here, Shiro? Look at that. Look how all these guys are getting wrecked. You guys were longing, price went against, now it's time to close. If I see like 1,000 contracts or something here, I won't be interested in trading that. Because if I see 1,000 contracts and price goes against them, that's gonna be the squeeze. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my, look at that. Look at these numbers. 800 taken, stop loss in the break even, but just keep thinking. Yeah, but when I trade, I barely get to this point because I already leave with enough money. I always have planned like $1,000 per account a day. Yesterday was just fun. You can go with this thing. Wow, so nice. And you see, you can always use Fibonacci. Especially if it matches with a gap, which market is trying to close sometimes or just do something. You can put this thing on the retest, same thing, stop loss. I'm just showing how things are working. Look, it might take these stops out and go lower, but let's see how it works. I mean, I don't care about the result of this trade much. Will it touch? Will it squeeze them all to this point? I want this to get taking. More shorts. Keep them there. By the way, you are saying it's a bull season. Why is it bull season? I just noticed. To me, everything, I mean, it doesn't look that bullish so far. But this, yeah, maybe. What if that's this? Or Bitcoin is making lower high. So far, of course, it might be this, just with some trading in there. I don't hear any sound. Where is my price? Okay, Shiro, have a Where's your location? Because with Shiro it should be something Japanese. Oh, Singapore. Okay. Okay. I was thinking to go there. I like some nice apartments. I was looking for something to rent in Singapore. I was like, oh wow, looks fancy. I can be influencer there instead of Bali. Never been there though. But anyways, have a fantastic night. Thank you very much for coming in. I'll be waiting for the price to go lower, lower, lower. What's that? What's the number? 7.1K. Let's hope for this to drop. Look at that. Longs are not being let in. That's sad. I want these to get squeezed to take all these shorts. Which have you see? That's my way of DCAing. So basically I know exactly where my stop is. Thank you. I don't drink coffee. That's the way to go. I just don't like the flavor. But yeah. Yeah, Singapore is definitely one of those places I want to go. Because, States, they're cool, but not as cool as going somewhere. And Singapore, from economic standpoint, from the business standpoint, makes total sense to me. I would expect this thing to go that like that and go down. Look at that. Take all these stop losses from these guys, but don't go over this block. Oh, this price action is too shy. Squeeze, quick squeeze, and retrace back. Like that. Take them all. And if I was trading, I would be having 2 only contracts. And my take profit still would be in a plus. And I mean stop loss in a plus. Look, it's gonna squeeze out these guys. Look at that. Look at those numbers. 500s. It's definitely. Ooh. I want these to be taking also. That's some nice fair value gap. If not, I just added something. More? I want more. If these guys will get squeezed, that would be fun. It'll go a lot lower. Possible 1K. Possible almost 1K. Doesn't want to take something? Something? Higher. And then push lower. It doesn't want to. Or higher, I don't know, take something. Show them something greedy. Yeah. Push shorts against, trap longs, and squeeze them all down. That's how markets are usually moving. Push shorts up, squeeze them all out. Right now, squeeze them all higher. Nice. A bit higher. What's the stop loss in here? It's 18. That's 42 grand. All we've got here. It's like super. Yeah, you see, it was going up. Would make sense to take one off. Right? With the lows. Especially all these liquidity has been well engineered. Dump it. Some people they do that. Look, market limit 5k. Oh yeah, like low risk here, but they put stop loss there. Oh wow, no, they put stop here. They put 4 like at the very local since you entered here, but it's ultimately dumb. I mean, I'm showing how it's done when it's dumb. Yeah, it's closing the gap. The top of this thing. What's that? Yeah, we're still at the very nice top. 5 now. Leave it like that on the box. 13. Yeah. And usually, you see, when people see this, psychology kicks in and they just start moving closer. You see, with this kind of position, you cannot afford far stop loss. Look, imagine if I'm using this stop loss, like 9k. What the fuck? With one contract, you go somewhere far and you go on a high time frame. This stream is exact thing like I'm showing when over leveraging is killing that, and I'm still showing that with the money because I'm still in a heavy plus so far. Take the liquidity from that level, limit, yeah. And when you lower your positioning here, like 5, and little bit of absorption on this imbalance. You see, when you're DCAing like extra, you're in negative. If I was not DCAing, I was in positive. This is how it works. And this is why people just don't look at that. Please take me just need to go. That's why I'm showing that thing. Okay, 618, 786. Okay, which means probably most likely if you go from that to that and you go with the 618, it might work or not. I just want to either just let me go. Hello, hello. There, one at here. Usually it's like, you see, it's $1,000. Yeah, GCA, stop. I don't need it. That's average here. Usually it doesn't work. I wouldn't be showing that. Yeah, you see, I can close it now at 1K. No, I'm showing the greedy people. It's actually one video I traded for the course. It was like minus 20K at the same trade where I could have made 2K without sweating or doing anything. That was funny. It is only because of the risk management. This is where people are failing, by the way. What's that? 3.6. Smaller position, stop loss further. When you have stop loss further, this is where you make money. And you don't put your take profit somewhere, like you don't put take profit on a daily with a stop loss on 1 minute time frame, right? Look at that, 5 minutes. What 5 minutes want to show me? Yeah, it's definitely bullish here. Look, it killed that. Now it wants to take the liquidity from the top, which would make total sense. You take it faster. I need to go. It will take forever. Really. Please, fat candle. Fat candle with a lot of money. How Irish people are saying. Imagine if it breaks that low. I'm trying to add as many contracts as I can, but still can't fail, knowing the market structure. I'm just waiting for this thing to dump like crazy. Lower, higher, somewhere. I just need to take or this or that. I know, it's all liquidity. Take it faster. It's waiting, market is waiting for the moment when it generates holy shit load of liquidity here to take it out. When it's gonna be taking that, it'll fly like hardcore lower, like limit. Look at that. Look at that thing. Look. Dump it. You see, I can close it right now at $500 or something, whatever it's that 775. I just want to fail the trade. with a hardcore leverage, but only knowing market structure. Knowing everything without small position is nothing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, take all that. Yeah. Okay. Just one contract, really. Oh yeah. Easy. Okay, guys. I don't know. Again, wait for all that. No. Tired of making money. Market structure shift to the downside. 13K. Let me do the liquidity of that level, the target. Once it takes this low, this becomes the next lower high. This is the basics of market structure. $344 was that? Oh, 6.3K. Fair value gap, take that. Yeah. Can you go lower, please? When it goes lower, it might not. You see how it traded into fair value gap and respected the order block. Actually, it traded right into the order block. This is when you're not doing stupid shit. Even though I added heavily to the position. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go lower. Please, just end it faster. I would. Okay, just. Did it take the liquidity? No, it didn't. Okay, guys, I want to cut it short. Even though it was short, nobody is watching. So, anyways, it's in a plus. We took 5 contracts off. We made 2. Was that? Oh wow, we made some little something money. 11,156 after $300 of commissions. Yeah, basically, yeah, and now it's gonna go lower. Look, actually, no, it didn't refresh. It hasn't refreshed the low, which means this is invalid. It might go further, but not 100%. But the thing is, if it was taking lower, then for me it would have become actual lower high. But this, wow, again, look, it respected this order block. So far, it is respecting this order block, right? Interesting. If it dumps lower, liquidity of this thing is going to be crazy. Because look at that. Oh, it was right before New York Open. Holy shit. That's the New York, right before the New York Open. I would, yeah, that's the candle of New York Open. Yeah. What the? How is the? No, that's the candle. Yeah, that's the candle of New York Open. 30 minutes. Yeah, that's the one. My target lows, but yeah, you can see what it's doing here. The thing is, if it refreshes the bottom, if it falls lower like that, then this would make sense to retrace back. But so far, we got a lot of shorts trapped. Look at these numbers. Look, shorts were trying to short, but they were not successful. And now they might get squeezed, and order block will get disrespected. It might go to retest another one. Still collecting. Some people go crazy. Like I will show you what degens are doing, but or I used to do. Like you see big number before even order flow. Hello, thank you for coming here. Look, price goes against. Stop immediately. You don't see the market structure. Right now it's bullish. But yeah, some people they just trade, oh, Fibonacci 500 bucks. I will make it 4 contracts only and smooth stop loss immediately and I take profits. But it is bullish. The thing is, it's a double bottom. When it's double bottom, most likely it will target this thing. I can exit right now also with like, I can move it there, but okay. Oh, stop loss in the break even. Plus 400 bucks. So longs are weak or what? Something? What was that? 11,008. When you're not greedy, you're just making money. If you're wrong in your direction, if you're a little bit right and not greedy, you're making money. You see, even here, like what the hell was that trade? It's like what, 500 bucks or something with this stop loss? About that. And now if it refreshes the bottom, holy shit. You can add easily here with the stop loss there. Okay guys, I don't see you are being active and I see actually there is nobody else. That means stream is ending. 2 hours in. Oh yeah, dump it. 300 bucks. These guys are under the water, although they're high. I tried to lose money, but I couldn't. Not today. Pierce me here. And not even funny. Shorting growing market, still in profits. What? By the way, what we have in crypto, right? What we have in Honda and on BTC. Finally, time to squeeze. Yeah, it's absorbing shorts. Time to squeeze them out. Okay. By the way, what we're writing here on MNQ. Oh. Okay, 6. Wow. That was explanation. Okay. Lower, lower, lower. What the hell is this? Are you alive? BTC, what is this? BTC doesn't want to leave. Duplicate. What is this? I don't see it. Okay, let me see how NQ wants to flush it out. Maybe these guys. Most likely these guys. You don't want to go long at the top. When you are longing the top, that's what you get. How is this even possible? Oh, okay, it's not that bad. Ooh, look, they're buying Bitcoin, but price goes lower. That's my favorite. Bitcoin to the dump. Holy shit, Bitcoin is dead. Look at that, guys. They're buying Bitcoin right now in the 5 minutes. Like, heavily. Was that 5 minutes? Oh, it's some bullshit. I know, I need to fix it. No idea what's going on with my exit charts. But it looks like it's broken. Usually I like when price goes like that. Buys are going there, but price goes down. But it's not the case. Really. I'm literally trying to lose money here. And this trade, trying to show how over leverage is killing your gains. And it's not. Now it's gonna what? Target double bottom with all these things to get stepped out. With all these things to get stepped out. Okay. Oh my god. No, you don't want to long it. How are they longing it? And why? Why do people long this thing here? There is no structure. There is not. It's just pure random. Market started to move like there is some news, but there is no news. I checked it. Forex Factory. Ah, okay, it's yellow, but it's some random folder. It's orange one. Nothing special. This guy. But it's not yet. It'll be later. Are there any interesting news? Oh, more longs. Take me out. I wanna go and eat. After the gym. I want it to take me out, so I'll go. This, when you increase your, how to increase your chances to get stopped out, you just increase your leverage and put your stop loss close. Imagine this is the move of 600. This is 135 something. Take me out. Perfect. Okay, guys. Overall, we are today 10,003 for one, minus $400 at minus $300, so $299 at commissions and fees. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you liked it and enjoyed. By the way, that's the next. Sure. see your take profit wasn't there. So yeah, thank you very much, and don't over leverage.